Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kobold Press. We're here this time for real, to tell you all that we're excited for Marauders of the Middle Sea. We may have broken a camera in the midst of fixing sound, but we believe in the power of technology. It will be back, and we'll rearrange cameras here in just a second. Thanks for being here, everybody. Here at Kobold Press, we are excited to announce that Monday we are launching a Kickstarter, Tome of Heroes, which is going to be the little companion that every player and GM needs to expand kind of the options for building characters in 5th edition. It's going to be pretty sweet. We had a chat earlier today with one of the designers of the book, Celeste Conowitch, and oh boy, I'm really excited for, she's writing downtime rules. Things for your, adventurers to do in downtime to game experience and stuff, which I think is really cool. It's like a story narrative. So anyways, check it out. It's gonna be awesome. I'll drop a link here in chat. Tome of Heroes launches on Monday, and you know what? You can get entered to win the $125 tier for, I think it's $125 tier for the Kickstarter, and get all the goodies, including special books and all of the unlocked expansions and things. So get over there, check it out, and if you want to know more, go check out Kobold Chats over on our YouTube channel. Now that we are past technical issues and everybody is definitely 100% in the right box, definitely super duper.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's truly, I can do this in no time flat. Here, check it. Moving bodies. Hey, and it's like magic again. Y'all won't even see it happening.
Cool.
Last week on Marauders of the Middle Sea, we kind of found out that cultists really don't know how to party. At all. Their parties don't really involve cake, ice cream, or dancing. In fact, it involved weird statues, like water scorpions, and a pearl. A very important pearl. But while 3 of our 4 adventurers were partying with the cultists, one of them, Tide, was taking a much deserved nap, but was unfortunately interrupted by presence aboard their vessel, the Crimson Tide. And this man, we'll call him, seemed to be of the sea himself, and shared a bit of information that the crew has kind of found themselves in the middle of a godly feud between who the ocean and the Middle Sea actually belongs to. Sigotin, the dragon-worshipped god of the sea, has started to gain following in the Middle Sea, which for many, many, many years has belonged to Nephis. So, here we are. And Nephis stands aboard the ship and says, hey, I need your help. If you don't collect these pearls, his followers might actually gain his power. So with little choice, the crew decided to set out and hit the first location that was given to them, which was a temple, the last known temple of Nephis, and also rumored to be his prison for many a millennia. They were met by a priestess who seemed less than interested in Nephis and significantly more interested in, his wife, they found out. And we're gonna just, pick straight up. You've been given food and board in this kind of decrepit, ruined temple. Downstairs seems to be kept well, though it doesn't have many visitors. She has dissipated for the night, the priestess, leaving all of you to rest. So if you had spell slots that have been used, if you had damage that has been taken, you may roll to fix these things and rejuvenate yourself with bread and cheese and wine.
I'm raiding her food.
Yeah, I took some hit points recently. May I roll some hit dice or something?
You so totally can roll some hit die.
Okay.
It is also a long rest.
It doesn't count as a long rest?
Yeah, this will be considered a long rest. It will be the next morning before you're able to set sail again.
Okay.
Guys, this is really good bread. You should try it. Mm. Oh, that's good.
Do you have any sausage?
Oh, you can go look for it. That's what I did.
There's some salted meats, cured meats. It's a coastal town that you're in, so yeah, why not? There's like, it's more like beef jerky.
Ooh.
Every diet needs a hefty portion of meat.
What about bread?
Bread is good for energy. Meat is good for sustaining.
I just like the leafy green things and fruits and things. They're delicious.
Well, I'm gonna need some energy for this next nap.
I'm with you, Paolo. I want something not fish.
Some fish.
Not. What
Wait,
about
aren't
the
you
cheese?
a cat?
I'm a tabaxi. That's very different.
We have
Okay,
eaten
cool.
a lot of fish recently.
That's true. I love it though.
You would see Palu making a sandwich, just like loading meat and cheese and bread together and just taking ginormous bites of probably like little regular size sandwiches for everybody else. But for her, they're just like finger food. And I'm just
They're
making like 4 of them.
sliders.
Yeah, like sliders. And I'm just eating them.
I was like reaching for one that you've already made. Like, hey, Paolo, look over there.
That will not work on me.
And I will tear a piece off and hand it to Gold.
I'm just nomming on some greens, going,
I imagine it's like the leafy piece that's like being used to display other things.
Yeah, it's like the
"Yes, I'm
display
totally eating
greens.
that."
Yeah.
But you have a full, like, basically sandwich spread of your choosing. And you see she has not really left you much of anything. The sun is rising on the docks themselves. You can see your vessel. It is still docked, which, you know, sometimes is in different, more piratey ports. Something you have to worry about when you wake up in the morning. But here, you're once again reminded by the quiet sounds of a quaint coastal town that this is a very civilized and well-to-do harbor that probably doesn't deal in illegal trade of any kind, including furs or pies. So you hear the clicking of heels from the priestess as she reaches your door and knocks politely to make sure that she is welcome in.
Come in. We're just having breakfast.
She has her hands tucked deep into her sleeves, and she simply says, "Good. You're going to need it. You must set sail. Quickly."
We just got here, though.
And this green leafy food is delicious. I want
Where's our
more.
map?
Yes, I understand. The map has been delivered directly to your vessel.
Why not just give us it?
Why, yeah.
She looks... actually, everybody roll an insight. Let's see if you pick up on... Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Pasha, it is only you that recognizes that she seems significantly more nervous than the previous evening. As if her eyes dart about as if she might catch something in the corner listening.
Is everything all right?
As I said, your departure quickly would be wise.
Is there some specific reason why we need to hurry?
She walks over to the table. Let's see, and she she grabs like a ripe red fruit, and you watch as she smashes it on the table and smears it like a thick red viscous paint, and she casts Prestidigitate only on certain areas to create a negative effect in the table in the like red juices of this fruit, and she writes, "You're being watched. We're in danger."
Oh. I think I would just like grab Tide by the hand and just kind of like put my hand through her hand and like pretend that we're strolling and like walk her over to the thing and be like,
Oh, what?
we should probably get moving, don't you think?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I have a
can
nap
grab
to
some of
take
this
on the
food to
ship.
go with us.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
I just start. I
Come on,
like
Paulo.
stuff some food in my shell.
Do we want to stop at the pillow store on the way?
No,
No,
I got
we're
my
good.
pillow.
There's still a
already in
buy
the
one,
ship.
get one.
Oh no, it's okay. You know what? Sometimes you just have to say no to a great deal.
Why do we have to leave? Was I snoring too loud last night?
No,
I'm
you were
going to
perfect.
grab her. I'm going to grab her by the arm. Come on, let's go.
All right, okay.
I'll
I
follow.
Yeah, I hand
Thanks for
Gold
your-
like a little bit of Palu's food that was left over on the plate while Tide drags her. I'm like, here, Gold, let's go.
Okay. I'm
Thanks
just
for
gonna
your
grab the plate at the same time.
non-help, I guess.
Thank you.
I think she probably grabs Tide by the arm. Who's
Well-
who's out the door first?
It seems like Tide maybe
Great.
when I was
Sounds a bit
trailing
like
behind
Tide.
Tide.
Great. So she kind of grabs Tide's arm and stops you in a very non-threatening kind of way, and whispers into your ear. She says, "His wife cannot know he is here."
Uh-huh.
She releases her hand. If you're wearing anything with a sleeve, there's a red handprint on your arm.
I gotta wash that.
Yeah. And she says, "Now go. I left everything on the ship."
Thanks for your not help.
She waves at all of you with a red stained hand.
Bye, lady.
Bye. Thank you for foods.
Yeah, they were yummy.
As soon as we're outside, I'm turning to Tide.
Why? What is going on?
Someone. She said she wrote a message. She said that someone was watching us.
We're being watched.
We need to go. We're in danger
Mhm.
here.
We need to go like now.
Yeah, we need to focus on our task.
We were being watched inside of her temple home?
Mm-hmm. So we need
By
to
what?
we need to XK on the ship A.
Yeah, let's talk and move. Let's walk and talk. We can do this. Come on. You can do two things at the same time. You can do a billion things at the same time. You're such a badass. Let's go. And I'm like shuffling because I'm a big
Are you
giant turtle.
talk to me about the pace and situation in which you're moving? Because you basically have to cross back through the town, which is a multi-tiered kind of village set into cliffside, overlooking these docks at the bottom. Are you all wanting to move with stealth? Are you wanting to like
Eating my sandwiches.
We're probably just kind of like me and Tide are probably just kind of trying to hurry the other two along. But like I'm a turtle, so I'm literally just like waddling, like my little feet are moving as quickly as possible.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Eating a
guess.
sandwich en route. Like,
Yeah, with the Goliath and the sandwich eating and the waddling turtles and such. I imagine that you're not really very stealthy, unless you're actively trying for stealth. I'm gonna roll up. Okay, well, it's a good thing you left when she suggested. It's still early. The sun is just cresting the horizon line. You can see the seagulls are coming in to pick off the fish and things that rise to the surface in the evening. And I'm going to say you make it without being noticed. Oh, you know what? This is a primetime chat. If you want to make their adventure that much saltier, you can actually give to make that happen. The money goes back to paying this incredible cast, but you can assure that things don't always go exactly as planned for them. So don't forget, this would be a prime time for that. But instead, the Coughs don't notice you exiting out down even the empty streets. A few women pull their children close, you know, kind of as Palu walks with you all, but you're left unscathed.
Why would she bring it to the boat? We were there. I don't like this. It does not make sense to me.
I think she was trying to hide what she was doing from the goddess wife of the goddess god of the god. Yeah. So I think
I don't think she could risk it.
yeah, I think the relationship between wife goddess and husband god is not so good at the moment.
Was that lady
That is-
having an affair with him?
I don't know, but that's one love triangle I don't want to get in the middle of.
Yeah, I have no idea. I didn't ask.
That is without honor.
You know what?
Not really a business.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not really worth poking the bear.
Yeah.
Okay, knowing
Well-
what you know, if anybody wants to roll to try to figure out anything about what you believe to be a love triangle, you can.
Okay.
I will take a religion check. I will take a history check. And anybody that may be like of the sea can take an advantage on rolling such information.
Okay. I got excited because I can get an advantage on something.
I
Religion?
can- Religion.
Yeah, I'll take a religion. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey!
Oh!
Okay. Pasha, you did not get the idea. You did not pick up, based on your very high insight roll and now this religion check, that the priestess is involved with any of the gods in any way other than serving them, like on a religious level. What is strange though is she seemed to avoid all your questions about Nephis, and direct them back towards talk of another goddess, his wife. It's taken you a while to maybe figure out exactly who it is, but it seems as if maybe Nephis is hiding out from both Sigodin and his wife somewhere in the Middle Sea.
Godin and his wife and Nephis' wife are having an affair.
So, the other information you've been able to pick up is that Nephis was imprisoned here for a very, very long time and is no longer imprisoned here, and you're not exactly sure that how he got out. He mentioned that there was a deal that was made, possibly a marriage to this other goddess. You don't know. You're just
Wait.
kind of piecing these things together.
So, wait, I'm confused.
Nephis was imprisoned in this city.
Was
And
he married before he was imprisoned? Oh. Why would you want to marry him then?
that's a real good question.
Maybe she was in love with bad. What's the name again? I just
Sigodin.
totally. Yeah,
Sigodin.
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 And then they plotted to imprison Nephis. So she used her womanly goddess charms, and then ployed to marry him and then imprisoned him.
But like, why would she want to marry Nephis then? If that was his ticket out of jail, then wouldn't she know that he was out of jail because she got him to marry her to get him out of jail? I'm really confused.
Maybe she wants to kill him, like some creepy spider.
Maybe
witch.
she had needs.
Love
wouldn't-
makes you do crazy things?
That's true. Does marrying him give her like power? Does she get some of his like
Possibly.
godly mantle?
Oh,
Well, I
or
guess
whatever?
they could split their assets.
Wait.
I mean, you are, Pasha, technically looking for very powerful stones that contain the power of a different sea god.
Maybe
Hmm,
she wants the power of the pearls.
probably because Sigotin wants them too.
Maybe we should keep them since so many people want them.
Well, we kind of already gave one away.
Yeah.
Well, he ate it, and I could cut him open and get it back.
I don't know about that. He's offered us some really good stuff,
Like our lives.
Like this button.
And
Well,
I
if
get
he's
to meet
dead,
a cool person.
I
and
could be
you get
a-
a statue, like a proper one.
Hey, but
Or-
if we give them to him, we can get the prizes and then take them back.
I could become the god killer.
So we would like to double cross the god and
Well, no.
also become a god killer. Yes, this is an excellent plan. I'm glad that we talked about this.
It's an
I'm
option.
glad, yeah,
I mean,
I'm glad that you agree.
I don't disagree that it's an option. We'll leave it for let's just get the pearls first and then we can decide. But I'm open to your idea.
I was promised a vacation after this.
Well, you could get the vacation, then I guess we could liberate the.
He's supposed to
I
take me
really want
there.
to meet the person though.
How's he supposed to take me there if he's dead?
We could take you, just can't maybe bring you back.
To that
Maybe
deep
if you
dark corner.
mortally wound
Yes.
him. Take a while.
Let's just hold off on making this decision until after we get the pearls, and maybe we'll learn more along the way, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Gold has a great point. We could mortally wound him and then also keep him as a prisoner.
I didn't say the second bit, but I
Let's
guess
just
we
enslave
could.
a god. Yeah, that's
Well, he's
but-
already
we
been
don't-
trapped once.
Yeah, but we don't know how, and we don't know how he got out.
Is anybody's passive perception above a 16?
Weird.
me.
I don't think
always
so. Okay.
lose.
wait.
Rolled the perception though. Hey, Tide, you're just talking. Y'all are talking. You're on the deck of the ship. Maybe you're prepping it. You see that somebody else very much sees and notices you. There, he's like working the docks, right? He's like aimlessly moving sacks of sand or something, right, on the docks, and he looks over and notices you, and then he looks over to another guy and like makes the nod motion.
I squint and I look at Palu. Those
It's
two
not
over
a
there.
bad idea, right?
Palu,
What?
those two over there.
They're coming towards the ship.
They're coming over here.
I will immediately turn my gaze toward them. Are they just humans or like what am I seeing?
They are. They both look like humans. They're for humans. They're rather strong of build. To a Goliath, well, they're just a human.
I whip out my pole arm
Um,
and I ready it.
they go, hey, you can't leave yet. The other guy goes, yeah, you haven't filled out the paperwork.
That's not how it works. I have sailed many seas.
We'll just like send it to us by carrier pigeon. We'll fill it out en route. We were in a hurry.
Hey, they kind of pick up pace and they start running down the docks. Hey, you can't go anywhere.
I'm
right, let's get on
waddling
the
as
ship.
quickly as I possibly can.
I'm
y'all-
going to ready the ship. If we're on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna work as quickly as I can and try to get us out of here before they.
Yeah, I'm gonna
they-
help her even though I'm slow and waddly. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna be
okay,
like,
you have
I'll help you.
proficiency, right? With
Yeah.
So you can roll an athletics check with your proficiency, like the bonus of the percent, and with the help of Pasha, who is actively like weighing things down and helping you. You can take advantage on trying to get out of this actually really nice harbor.
Okay,
Hey,
with-
19.
I'll take it.
Choice, no problem. I'm guessing Gold and Tide will help in the daft escape of our sailing adventure.
I
Who's
would like to
looking out?
upcast a whole person, and I'd like to hold them, both of them.
Nice. Okay.
I was kind of looking for Jerry, but
Oh,
I was
okay.
like-
Roll a perception.
Jerry tells us that we don't have the paperwork. A 20.
You see Jerry dead on the docks.
They killed
Jerry
Jerry!
had a wife!
What? Why?
Oh, you're gonna pay now!
Pillow Lady will be sad.
She will. I think.
What if Pillow Lady gets so sad she won't make any more pillows?
Maybe in her grief she will go full force into pillow making
Or maybe
in
she'll
honor of
starve.
Jerry.
that would actually be kind of cool. Okay, let's go.
But she's also a widow.
I mean, that's just kind of the nature of
Are we
sailors'
going or are we
wives, right?
killing? Like,
I'm going.
Yeah. We gotta
Okay.
go. There's a maybe goddess after us.
I'm going to hold them. I'm gonna cast
You're a
hold person
jerk.
on them.
Okay.
can't we even kill Jerry? And I like,
I just need a 14. I'll roll for the both of them at the same time. They're pretty standard. Okay, they fail.
Oh,
Hard. With a 4. Yeah, you hold them. They're like mid-run, and you see them both just like.
I hold them both and I yell at them like, "You're gonna pay for killing Jerry!"
Would you like to roll an intimidation as well?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it is 16. You're holding them, so you can't really see their facial expressions, but you have intimidated them into potentially not following you.
And I like point at them again. I was just like, "Just you wait till I get back here. I'm going to avenge Jeremy, and you're all gonna pay."
Their eyes are the only thing under the hold person that can move, and you see them grow in fear.
this is really good. I'm really proud of you, Ty.
It's taking
Yeah,
off.
that
Thank
was
you.
impressive.
Thank you.
All her anger. So the vessel will like set sail back off and into the middle sea. As you get on board, you see there is a crate. It is sitting near the captain's quarters, Tide's favorite napping spot.
Telling there's a new box.
Yeah.
Does it have pillows in it?
Is it the map?
Is it my box?
Oh, it's probably the map.
Why would
We
the
should have
map be in
checked
a
for that
box?
before we left, probably.
Yeah, but we kind of had to get out of there. Right?
I'm gonna like try and be opening the box because I want it.
You
Like,
open
I
the
don't want
box.
what's in it. I want it.
You open the box, and inside there is there's like three parts to it. There's a scroll, a rolled scroll, a very shiny round glass ball, like a globe, almost like a cat eye, but not quite. It does have some kind of intricate design on the inside. You're not sure if that's inlaid in glass or if it's magical. And then this tube, a gold tube it's made of metal, and at the end it has a giant hole and some puncture places like throughout, but it's kind of long and a tube.
All right. Well,
Does
Gold, hold on to the shiny ball, because we all know that.
That was mine anyway. As soon as I saw it.
Yep. And
Yep.
then that looks like the map. Palu, you are probably the best to navigate.
I will look at it.
It
And
is
I-
blank. The piece of parchment currently is blank.
I believe she gave us the wrong map.
And I'll unravel it so they can all see it.
Maybe it requires some sort of magic to work
Do
correctly.
we need to splash water on it?
That
Is like
could
water
work.
activated?
Yeah, that makes sense.
We could dip. I could.
And I'll just like walk over to the side of the boat. Is it too far down for me to like reach and dip?
No, I imagine you kind of have to hang, and maybe even the Crimson Tide tips a little, like as you.
Oh, no.
I'm dipping
I
it.
quit. I
I'm
use
just
shape.
gonna
No,
dip
no,
it a little.
I
I'm
use
just
shape
gonna
water
dip
to
it.
bring the water up.
Right at the
Water, bring the water up.
the water touches it, and like up and over your hand, maybe even splashes Paulo in the face a tad, but
Oh, come on.
pushing you back, the whole boat kind of like resettles.
That,
Does it do anything?
It does not. The parchment has been waxed over. So good news is it's not terribly damaged, and it's got like, like holders on the end of either end of the scroll. So, but it's now dripping wet, and so is like one side of your body.
I didn't need help. I was just gonna dip it a little.
You're looking at
Well-
somebody that can bend water. At least
I
let me
should have
be
asked.
somewhat useful.
I will admit I should have asked you. I forgot, and it sounded fun to dip it.
Yes, but also you weigh a lot more than the rest of us, and the ship will tip over.
That's a good point.
Just a little. Just a little. Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
What if I
Well-
put it under fire? Or
Can
on
we-
fire?
I mean, I thought we were told no fire last time.
Wait a minute.
Where's
Gold.
the fire pit?
Gold,
Tide told me to put it away.
you have
Gold.
you have the glass orb, yes?
Why?
I don't know, maybe it has some connection. Look into it or something. It looks like an eye.
Can you look through it at the map, perhaps?
Yes. This time I've been trying to like put the eye on top of the tube to stand it on as like a little. I guess I can do that.
There's almost
Um,
like a hole in the top. Like when you get to the end, there's a hole straight through the actual tube. There's one, hot dog ways, but there's also one hamburger ways, if that makes sense, like short ways. Through it, a big hole. It kind of fits the entire width of the tube.
Okay. I mean, I obviously kind of get it.
You're an artificer, right?
Yeah, I was thinking, can I
Yeah.
like be looking at the tube and sort of having? I was looking at my my like skills, like dark vision
Yeah.
and stuff to see if there was anything appropriate.
Well, you can always just roll an Arcana check. Anybody that is innately has magical.
Yeah, I
is
mean,
welcome
I've got
to.
the tube and the thing, and then messing around with
Detect
the
magic is
scroll,
also
so.
always an option. At an 11, It is not giving off any extreme magical vibes. Like, it's not like radiating like the pearl was. Like, you could just knew the pearl was magical. This seems both very practical in some way, as if it is a puzzle that needs to be pieced together, but it doesn't seem to simply be just a rock and a tube, if that makes sense. There has to be maybe some magic involved.
Yeah. Does the eyeball fit in the tube?
Hey, you're trying, and it zlunks in. To the end, it fits perfectly. It doesn't fall through. It just kind of slots, as if about 2 inches from the end of this gold tubing.
Like a telescope.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to use like a telescope, like I've seen Paolo use.
When you look through it right now, it's kind of big. It's much like a kaleidoscope in some way. The marble is like flipping everything and bending the light. And as the sun comes up, it becomes kind of bright and almost unable to see through it. But if you look at the map, there is something there, though. At the moment, you're unable to make it out.
There's something on it. But
What is it?
I don't know. You wanna look?
Sure. And I just kind of lean over, and my shell kind of gets in the way, but I'm looking. Do I see anything?
You take a peek as well. I'll let you roll an Arcana as well if you would like, to see if you see more than meets the standard eye. Okay. You knew earlier, you were told that the temple had been converted to that of Hecate. Right? She is a female figure as the bringer of magic, but she's also the Lady of Darkness. If you've pieced together that maybe she was his keeper when he was imprisoned under the city, she may have created maps or objects and things of that nature, but it is daylight outside.
Oh, maybe we have to look at this at night. Like, maybe we can use it to look at the stars, and then that will guide our way.
Then what the heck is the point of this parchment then?
Well, there is something on it, so maybe we have to look at nighttime at the map.
Let's go into the captain's quarters and close the door.
We can try that. Yeah, there's no light there, but we might have to wait till actual nighttime. But let's try it. Why not?
Do I fit in the captain's quarters? I have to like crouch down and
I imagine you kind of have to squat a little to get in, but all three of you can get in there. We'll say Paulu's body blocks one side of the room, keeping like light from leaking through the boards and such, which is really nice. And everybody else can see that it is darker in here. As you look through, you can tell that the light is not fracturing, obviously, as much through the the marble, we'll call it, at the end of this thing. You can see it seems to be some kind of puzzle where you need to like line up the marble to the map. It's almost like shining at you, as if a like fairy light is like coming through the paper.
Why do gods always have to make such complicated things?
What's probably really powerful?
I mean, but it takes so much brain power, and then afterwards, I need a nap.
I know.
It's a
I
good reason
totally,
for a nap.
yeah, I totally feel that.
Okay,
That
how about we
flute-
look at this map and then we go take a nap?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't need a nap.
All right. Well, you don't have to take a nap.
Paulo, there
I
is much
definitely want
sailing
a
to
nap.
be done. Actually, you hear a rap tap tap at the door.
Oh,
It swings.
Who is it?
It swings open, and the four of you look at see Captain Sarah, who sits on her shoulders. She seems more sober, though significantly more unhappy.
Hey, Sarah, you're like awake and alive and stuff.
Yeah,
We were wondering
it's
what
the
happened to
wanted
you.
woman.
What's up? Why are you wanted?
I am not wanted.
You are.
Oh,
There
you
was
are
a
most
sign.
definitely wanted.
In the not pirate city, there was like a big wanted sign, and your face was on it.
It's not my face.
I promise it was you.
It's not
Like there's couldn't have been anybody else.
So, I
Do you
was
have a twin?
thinking, since maybe my face is on posters all across the Middle Sea,
They said that you're a pirate.
that you
Are you a pirate?
You're a pirate.
Like us?
No, we're not pirates. We're adventurers. It's clearly different.
Right, but it's fine that you're a pirate. We just, like, we can't put in to a port and not know that, right? So it's okay. Just tell us the truth and we'll figure it out.
So I was thinking maybe we could, you could drop me on the way to wherever it is you're going.
Or we could just drop you off right now.
Like she did with the statue.
We're at sea.
Exactly.
Yep.
So why don't you start talking?
Yes, explain, please.
I didn't.
We want to know.
I didn't drop. I had my crew drop the horrible statue overboard, in which I did not deliver, and so I owe a lot of money to a really very bad man.
What man?
A very powerful man.
You never really explained that.
What?
The man.
He was a client, a well-to-do governor of some kind.
Must be because he has your face plastered all over the place.
And there's a really massive reward. Like, I mean, if we needed money, I don't know. But we don't need money, so it's fine.
He paid me a lot of money to keep it under wraps when I moved that statue.
And then you dumped it in the ocean, and so now you owe a lot of money on top of your head.
Precisely. So I disbanded the crew, found some rum.
You said the crew left you.
Yes, well,
Did you at least pay them?
what I had left.
But you
Yes.
had money for rum, which is important.
stole the rum.
grant you. Oh, you stole the rum? Good job.
You're a pirate.
That was a lot of rum. You were
So,
very drunk.
I was thinking maybe I could just leave the Middle Sea area altogether, go far enough away, and a place far enough away where he would not find me. And Ufu here, and points to Ufu, a small hedgehog folk that sits on her shoulder, also could use a ride. We were both thinking somewhere a little drier.
Well, right now we're like on a quest.
What
so
kind
we
of
can't
busy?
really- Yeah, you just chill until we're done, maybe, and then we'll take you wherever.
They like look at okay. Oh, yeah. We'll chill.
Ufu,
Well-
is this what you want?
Ufu is munching on some kind of cricket or bug that was found near the docks. Is like,
You
don't
no
wanna
longer
stay with
want to
us?
stay?
Ufu says, "Of course I want to stay. I just can't stay.
Why can't you stay? Maybe we can fix whatever the
Can't
problem is.
or won't.
Being hunted is Ufu.
Why?
No, you are not. She is, though. If you stay with us, you're safe.
Wanted, hunted. Wanted, hunted.
Oh, so wait, who's hunting you and why?
Pirates.
Why?
Because I am Arena, which is the hedgehog, the hedgehog folk race.
Why would they hunt an arena?
For many reasons. We are
Like,
misunderstood. I have been told they use our pelts, our spikes for weapons.
we would never let someone take your spikes.
Paulo would protect you always, Ufu.
Yes, you are safe with us. At worst, if anything happens, you could hide in my shell. Although you might have to like wear some kind of protective something because
Ufu
the
has
spikes look like they hurt.
family in the Southlands.
You want to go home?
New home.
Well, okay. I mean, you should decide your fate. If you want to go to your family in the south, I'm sure that'll be a great adventure, and we'll totally help you. But we can't do it until after we deal with this Carl situation.
Just as long as you're not with Captain Sarah. Because obviously, Captain Sarah doesn't make very good choices.
She says,
Or business
Yeah.
I
decisions.
plan to become a pirate of the sand.
What?
So
How
a
does that
thief?
work? Don't you need to be on the water to be a pirate?
Incorrect. You have not heard of the sand pirates of the Southlands?
No.
Well, that is I will tell you all about them when I become one. Until then, we'll go downstairs and drink some more rum. No?
While you're here,
Yes.
you should earn your stay. As in, you're going to help us.
Do
That's fair.
what?
Otherwise, we all die.
Yeah, you don't want to die, right?
So you don't
wanna
really have
get
a
to the
choice.
south.
Very
Yeah.
good argument. What can I do to serve the Crimson Tide?
Help Palu with anything she needs to man the ship. And if we have to leave the ship for any reason, you and Ufu just have to keep it ready to go, but in the dock and safe.
That's all you have to do.
Can do.
Yeah.
Can do.
Don't
Palu.
touch the gold, and then you can drink all the
Yeah.
rum you want.
Not all the
when,
rum.
When
Le-
Tide
leave
says
some rum
gold,
for us.
everybody roll an insight.
I got a 15, but Gold just thinks that Tide means gold.
Right. Right.
I'm like, what do you mean?
Pasha, Tide, as you say gold, you see her face shift to that face that pirates get when you say
Uh-oh.
gold. She was very drunk when you brought the boss on board. She had no idea there's a crate of gold on this ship until right now.
Why are they not supposed to? That's a weird thing to say. Why?
Because no one should touch you.
Yes,
don't
I
think-
definitely.
We didn't mean. Okay.
You're like a
Died
cat.
one time.
You don't touch a stray cat. You know, you don't. You know,
not
you get clawed or
cats.
bitten.
I think I would. Well, can I? Is the gold like really heavy and big? Can I like hide it in my shell?
It's basically in a keg barrel with a lid on it.
If you touch the gold in the barrel, ever, or touch the barrel, we'll kill you. We'll send Paolo after you, and she will kill you.
You see, Palu's like jarred out of like when Pasha says that.
I have a question for Ufu. Ufu, is this not your new family?
Yes, family.
Can I roll something to see if Ufu's just like buttering me up or just like not?
You can roll an insight if you'd like. But you've also been traveling with Ufu for a while, so I'm gonna give you. I was about to say I was gonna give you advantage on it. You should take it because that was horrible.
Okay.
Okay,
Holy
13.
crap.
He does seem to be hiding something, though he doesn't seem to be in duress. Like, he's not being forced to say these things, but it does seem that there's more to the family situation.
Ufu, I hope that you would come talk to me since you are my crew.
Ufu. And he kind of he gestures for you to come down.
I'll bend down to. I mean, he's just on, or they're just on
Yeah.
like Captain Sarah's shoulder, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ufu goes, Ufu. To be uncle.
Oh. We must bring Ufu home.
Okay.
What?
We said
Is
we
that-
would already.
Wait. What? Yes, but after.
Yeah, we
After
have
our-
to take care of this pearl stuff first.
Yes.
If we just hold on until we're done.
And
Okay.
don't touch the gold.
Yeah, make sure she doesn't touch the
Captain
gold,
Sarah,
and then we'll take you
why-
home for sure.
I have no plans to lay hands on gold.
No, I don't mean gold, the person. I mean, you have to be specific. You have to swear on your possible potential piratehood, okay, in your life, that you will not touch the gold in the barrel downstairs.
I rolled a 10 insight. I don't know if that's going to work.
It seems that you have all mentioned Gold, your crewmate, enough that you've convinced Sarah that that's who you're talking about, though she seems really confused as to why you're all worried that she's going to touch Gold. But
Died one time. I don't have anything on me since then. I've had a bath.
I swear to Nephis himself, I shall not touch this tabaxi.
Good, because that's who we're working for.
Me? Yes.
We're working for gold?
I will,
No, we're working for Nephis.
I work for Nephis too. And she walks over and pulls a gold piece out of her pocket and tosses it overboard. Look. Superstitious much, this group.
No, like we actually are working for him right now.
And I thought you didn't have any money to pay people.
Yeah.
I stole that
Well, why didn't you pay people with it?
because I stole it after I fired them.
It's a good reason.
Oh, very smart. But also, that's probably why you're wanted, because you stole things.
I did not. I was a genuine captain. I ferried a delivery boat. I was just a delivery boat captain. I'm not a pirate. Do I look like a pirate?
You're
gonna go
going
over
to the south to be a pirate.
You
does.
smell of
said.
rum, and you have no ship. Yes, you are a pirate.
Empty your pockets, Captain Sarah.
You can roll a persuasion or an intimidation, whichever you feel is more applicable to how Paulu is handling the situation.
It would be intimidation because Paulo now thinks that Captain Sarah got into our crate of gold and just threw one of them over the side.
Okay.
So I got a 20 on intimidation.
The air kind of is sucked out of this very tiny cabin for just a second, and she reaches into her pantaloon pockets and she turns them out. Oh, y'all, on the inside are buttons.
You have been stealing. You do not steal from gold.
I'm going to rush at her and
you?
push her up
Yeah.
against the wall.
I'm going at her with claws. Like,
This
stole
poor
my
woman.
buttons.
She didn't know. She goes, I don't understand. It's just buttons.
My buttons!
But they're not yours. They're hers.
There was no name. They were just a pile of buttons. She seems very confused. Paulu is now. I'm gonna let you roll a strength check to basically grapple. You can do an athletics check to grapple her, and then Gold, you're gonna basically get an advantage to attack. At a 10, I don't think she could. She just barely.
Oh, damn.
She's kind of fighting you. It's more wily than strength based. You can't quite get your grasp on her. But Gold, you can go ahead and try to make a. She is distracted, so you can make an attack. You rake claws across her. Roll damage for claws. Oh, where would you like to claw her?
My face. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay. That's what I was gonna say, but I wanted to give you that option.
I'm like, oh no. It's very
Gonna take her
serious.
eye out.
How
She's
many
gonna have an eye
buttons that she
patch. She's
ha-
gonna be a real pirate.
Claws rake across her face. She screams and hits the ground, Paulu. Maybe that's even why you miss her as her body drops dead, and she holds her face, and she's now bleeding out. Ufu seems very confused and is kind of like, and is picking up the spilled buttons for you.
You what? She does those my buttons.
Ufu's like,
All right. Enough. I'm gonna go over to Sarah.
I'm just like sat on top of her.
I'm going to push her. I'm gonna push Gold off. Go get your buttons.
We're not supposed to touch me.
Go get your buttons.
I'm collecting my
I
buttons
help
up.
her. I like my face kind of darkened and my eyes darkened in the midst of all this.
oh no.
But I kind of relax a little bit and then I go help her gather her
I
buttons.
don't think I've ever been so betrayed.
I know.
don't
That was
understand.
insane.
My pants were down a button, and so I was just. She genuinely seems like she is a bit confused as to the value of buttons.
Sarah.
It didn't belong to you.
Sarah.
No.
Anything on this ship, if you take it, it is a danger to your health.
Yes.
Gold here collects buttons, you see,
And shiny things.
and shiny things
And feathers.
and feathers
And
and-
basically anything.
and basically anything.
I swear I won't touch the buttons, and I won't touch
I am-
gold. And she gestures. To
I am
gold.
just
Just
I am
don't
just
touch
letting you know.
anything.
I'm just letting you know that if you try to take anything and put it in your pockets, it's a danger to yourself.
Anything on this ship.
I'm
Weird.
I'm
We are
going
no
to
longer friends, Sarah.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her face.
Okay. You cast Cure Wounds and it kind of heals up, and she was like, "Oh, did it look cool?"
You are going to have a lot of scarring. So you are going to have a lot of fun stories to tell everyone.
Yes, I shall tell them I lost to a daft pirate in a swashbuckling fight. Three of
After you
them.
help us.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And she runs over and looks at Paulo and she kind of points to a series of the riggings and she says, "Where are we headed?"
You don't need to know that.
Right. Can I
Just
get
help Paulo and don't touch anything.
Right, Captain.
Pasha never gets angry, but she got angry because she touched Gold's buttons.
I'm making sure they're all there and they're going back into the right order, which makes absolutely no sense. It's not by
I
size,
look at
it's not by
Gold.
color.
Do you have all your buttons?
Do I have all my buttons?
From what you can tell, you have all of them. She collected about 5 or 6 of them. Nothing of too extreme. They look all about the same size and type. She was clearly trying to maybe rebutton something on her pants, but it clearly did not get a chance to restitch them, so she's buttonless.
The audacity.
Are they all there?
It looks like all the brown ones are there.
All right,
Check
good.
The mauve.
Now,
when I get
I've given her a warning. And I'm sure, with her face all ripped up, she takes us seriously.
Never
However,
do.
if she's going to be on this ship working for us, let's be a little nice.
That was nice. I didn't gouge. Didn't
I
test
know,
this
which
out.
I'm saying. I thank you for not gouging her eyes out. That was very, very good of you. Thank you for
Don't
controlling
trust
yourself.
her.
You're welcome.
I do not trust her either. However,
We
We
should
have a
get her
serious-
off the ship soon.
well, there might be a solution to that. If the pearl is near some place that is inhabited and whatnot, we can drop her off there, and we can just keep Ufu.
Okay. We'll help Ufu get home to his family.
We will
I'm gonna
also
go-
make sure that everything is accounted for, including all the buttons, and I look at Gold, before she leaves the ship.
Also, I don't think we should leave her on the ship with just Ufu ever again. She can't be trusted.
I
She can't be
agree.
trusted.
No, I agree.
I'm going to move
This
the
poor-
barrel to
But-
your bedroom side.
All right.
And
But
I'm gonna go guard my buttons.
okay, go
I'm
guard your
just-
buttons. But we have to make sure we not. There's no point in spilling blood here on this ship. All right. We can spill the blood off the ship
Off the ship.
Okay.
I guess.
because no one wants to clean up blood on the ship. It's-
I
it
would
gets
say
dry.
it
It gets
It adds
messy and sticky.
character.
We've already got acid stains in it, so
I know, but it already is named, Crimson. I'm sure it's
Could
had
be
a lot
red.
of blood built on it
I'm
from the
gonna-
previous owners.
Well, we could have left it on so it was stained. That'd be scary and cool.
She's now out there
It's-
scrubbing the decks.
I'm gonna charge out because she's far too close to the crow's nest, and
She backs up a little bit. Hey,
I roll my eyes and I look at Pasha. Please make sure she doesn't rip her face off. I know you also don't trust her, so I know that you're going to keep a good eye on her.
Yes, I will. And I give Gold a little bit of string with some shells that I had tied onto the string a while ago. Here, Gold. This is a nice thing for you. You deserve it. Your stuff was salted.
I'm gonna
Right.
I'm gonna go out and cast snare around the crow's nest mask. So this snare protected around it in a circle.
That's a great idea, Gold.
Yes, let's just trap up the whole entire ship and booby trap it.
Let's
Nothing
just-
could go wrong with that.
It's just
Okay.
my
So
bit.
she steers clear of the crow's nest. Like, she backs up, she finds a different place to start scrubbing decks, maybe near the captain's quarters or, in the area where all of you are at. So you can see she means business when it comes to like doing what you say.
Palu, do you know where do you know where we're going?
Well, we have to figure out the map first. Does that puzzle?
Oh yes.
When
we have to
you-
wait till nightfall.
Probably
When you
has to
mention-
be night.
When you mention that, you see her eyes light up, and she points and she goes, "Hey, I know what that is.
No, what is?
The seeing glass you have."
The
My
seeing glass. Yes, it is your seeing glass, but okay. Would you like to elaborate your knowledge on the seeing glass?
Well, usually the marble is created with a series of information or data inside of it, and then is usually activated by certain forms of light to be projected onto a specific surface in which reads the light's layout. It's an old nautical trick, really. Here, I'm gonna guess by the carvings on the
yes,
side.
just-
It just and she casts moonbeam down, and it kind of cuts through one of the cracks, and it like hits in your hand, whoever's holding it.
It's got it.
Gold.
And it kind of like you can see the moonlight as it hits whatever the design is on the inside. It pings around and breaks the light and fractures it. So as it comes out, it makes odd shapes and kaleidoscopic effects on the walls. But you can see clear as day through the marble itself.
I'm going to tap on
Wow.
Palu's arm. We need to write this down.
Palu,
Okay. I
Does anyone have a pen or something?
She
Charcoal.
just hold the paper up.
What?
The parchment. And she points
Oh.
to the parchment in Palu's hand. Who's looking
I'll start
through
like
it?
lifting it up.
Gold is probably looking through it.
Yeah, Gold, as the paper like crest the preview of this kind of kaleidoscopic telescope, you can see the moonlight hits like invisible ink almost on the page as it begins to reveal a portion of the Middle Sea and the area that you're in. The map kind of reveals itself in a way.
Wow. That's impressive.
Does it stay on it? Like once we
Only
pull
if
it
you
away?
look through, like if each of you take a turn, you can see
Okay.
it, but it doesn't actually imprint onto the map.
I will share with, but I've got one paw on it as they hold it. Like, it's very
I
protective of
peek through
everything
it.
now. Like,
I'll peek through it after the rest of them peek through it.
It seems to mark a location, and I'm gonna pull up the Midgard map for myself. It marks a location in and around the Middle Sea, near the bottom here of the Capolian Isle, and I'm gonna bring it over so everybody can see it. I think, yeah. Look at me go. Which is actually not far from where you are, but it seems to be isolated to a strange series of like unmarked islands in and around this area. It kind of lights up and glows. Everybody at home can see it. I know y'all can't, but just there below Capolian, which is another very populated city, and most of that is like ruined islands that have long since drowned to a tidal wave or two or a monsoon. They're said that things used to be out there, but most of it is just rock and ruin now. Yeah. So, you have at least a location.
so we're going left, probably, right? Is that right?
I would have to refer to Palu.
Based on what I've seen, would I be able to set a course just from looking at it?
You'll be headed south. You would, I say, y'all have been sailing this for a while, so you know the Capolian Isle pretty well. And its attachment to like the Middle Sea. So absolutely.
I know where we need to go.
Excellent. I will, and I look at Sarah. Thank you for your knowledge.
Right. I'm just here to be useful. Please don't toss me overboard.
Why
I
don't
shake my
you-
head.
Why don't you help me set a course, Captain Sarah?
South?
Yes.
Oh, tides of fate. Thank you for making this story that much saltier. Captain Sarah, she immediately begins pulling at rigging. She knows this inside and out. She like runs up and like knocks the wheel as it spins the rudder. And each of you can kind of take your place in the crow's nest or whatever it is as the boat begins to turn and spin and you head south, sailing. Sarah keeps rather quiet. She does exactly what Palu says, exactly how Palu says it. Ufu doesn't do a whole lot. In fact, I mean, it's Ufu. He sleeps in like a crate of pellets or something. He just kind of he's a little hedgehog folk and munches bugs when he can get his hands on them. A moth maybe that finds their way to a light in the dark, or in, well, I guess it's daytime. So you actually sail for like, it's a long sailing, 4 or 5 hours as you come up and like down the edge of this isle, which you're trying to keep a safe distance. And as you begin to approach this set of islands here, you can see that it's very rocky. There's no like proper docks. There's not anything on these isles. They seem relatively abandoned, mostly rocky surface. The largest one can't be but like maybe 1.5 miles across. So very, very small. But if you get close enough, I think all of you would be able to see it's daylight. There are ruins along the kind of rocky coastline near the top of the most centralized mountain like region, as if something once stood there or was up there. It gives off a rather eerie and desolated feeling of something that has been left behind and forgotten. The question is, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have as you round the corner, you see it, all of you. There's another ship here, much bigger than yours. It seems to be a pirate vessel. If you would like to roll a perception, you can. You can see it off in the distance, but it seems to be parked near what would be the only beach access or direct access to like pull a boat up to get onto this island. 9, 7, 9,
Spending
4.
too
Okay.
much time watching Sarah, apparently.
Yeah. Hey, Tide. It is a ship. It looks like a ship, but you can see that there is a little bit of movement on board, like some shadowy movement.
On the boat that like is.
Yeah, that's like anchored near the coastline, as if somebody has already beat you here.
Well, looks like we're not the only ones here. That's a little bit unsettling. I see movement.
They are not flying the blacks.
There, what?
They're not flying the blacks, meaning they don't have the black flag of the pirates being flown at the moment. So it seems like double white sails. It seems like a very large transport vessel, actually, or cargo vessel of some kind.
Captain Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Call over. What do you make of that ship? White sails and movement.
Well, it seems to be manned. Maybe. She can't quite see. She says it's rather far off. It doesn't even seem to really be worried about us. She says, I don't think they've seen us. I bet we could take them by surprise.
We're not here to
attack them.
We're not here to pillage
Oh.
or kill. We're just making sure that we can dock safely.
Well,
And
there's not supposed to be anything on these islands, and none
that's
of
what concerns me.
me too. So I say if you want to wave hello, you're going to need to get closer. If you would like to sneak up on them, you should do it rather quickly. I can pull a port side so we can launch the cannons.
We do not attack. No, Captain Sarah.
Oh, right.
She's just probably speaking from habit.
I mean, I imagine there are many goods on board.
Well,
It's not the pirating we're after. We're after the pearl.
yes.
Right.
If they are not a danger to us, there is no reason to attack them right now. Maybe later.
We are not pirates.
So you're just going to pull up alongside them.
Well, that's why I asked if the ship, was something of a concern. If the people might be of a concern. But
What do the white flags mean?
From here they look very clean, as if they've are relatively new and not been sailed. No patching, no stains.
But they're white, not black. So does that mean they are not pirates and they will not attack us?
Typhus
Presumably.
mentioned. He mentioned some. Do you remember the look he gave us when we told him that the pearl sang?
Yes.
The pearl
I-
sang.
I just kind of like wave off to like,
Yeah.
I'm talking. It's like stop. Didn't he mention that it already sang and called out? Do you think that these are people answering the call?
Oh,
If so,
My
we need to be
thought-
cautious then.
yes.
Is we swing wide and avoid them.
Well, if they're after the pearl, then we're going to have to kill them, right? Right?
Probably.
Paula,
Or
you've
maybe
spent
we
think
should
so.
sneak attack.
Paula, you've spent the most time, right? There are you don't quite see all the people on board, but what you do notice is that there are no dinghies. Like there's no boats attached to the side, so either they've already taken them in, or there weren't any.
Okay.
So what are they doing this far inland?
Normally, there's boats they would use to go in. They're not on the side of the ship unless this specific ship does not have those. Then they're hanging out underneath the deck, or they're on that island already.
Oh.
What do you suggest we do then?
To be sure, we could go visit them and say hello, or we could go around the side of the island over here and park somewhere differently.
Let's do that.
I don't want
That
to
gives
spook
us-
them, but I
Yeah.
also want to be cautious. We'll have to make sure that the ship is ready to sail.
We'll have to leave Ufu here to do that and take Sarah with us. I super don't trust her to leave her on the ship.
Yes.
If we go around the back, we're gonna have to climb the face of the island.
All right,
Oh.
so we won't go around.
I'm just saying, this looks to be the beach, but I'm not a very good climber.
Me neither. I have short arms.
Well,
Well,
we
then-
legs.
We could wait for them to get the pearl and then we could just take it because it's ours. It's mine anyway.
Well, we don't
So-
even know if they're after the pearl. That's the thing that we're wondering. All right, well,
Do you think
I
there's
think-
going to be another giant crab thing?
not sure, but if we're going to go approach them, I think Paulu and I should go.
Oh, okay.
Do we have little
Pasha?
boats?
You have a small dinghy.
We could
Pasha,
take a
Gold.
dinghy.
We can
You
stay
stay
here
here.
and guard the gold.
Guard Gold.
Yeah,
I kind
yes,
of wink
yes.
at her.
Of course. Gold will be very safe. As will Ufu
I
And
just give
Pasha.
Sarah like a
and
hard
Pasha.
look.
And Pasha, of course. Yes, she seems genuine, as if she doesn't mean to keep forgetting people's names. But
I nod and I look at Paulu. Shall we go? Say hello?
Maybe we will make a new friend.
Just yell if you need us.
I will give a signal and you'll know. And I just kind of like wink at her.
I might be having a nap.
I'll wake you.
I'll
Okay.
laugh at Tide a little bit. Like,
I don't use my pillow though.
Paulu, Tide, you drop the dinghy, no problem. If you can sail this big ship, I've no doubt that you can row this boat near it. And as you get closer, you see it is rather pristine. The paint doesn't seem to be chipped or worn. It seems like a new vessel. But you realize that the crew that sit on the deck, as you get closer, they don't stop being shadows. They, in fact, are kind of shadow-like. They have white eyes, though humanoid in shape, and they go about moving on the ship in a ghostly way, as if on repeat, a fragment of time that just loops itself on board the top. Dang it. That will probably not see you. I'm gonna have you both roll, well, are you approaching with stealth or not?
I would say that we'd probably be approaching with like stealth or
With
Yeah.
stealth too.
I'm gonna let you both roll. You have to beat an 8.
I'm sorry.
I'll take
if
the
I
average.
botched
Okay,
this.
no, you're good. You're great. 24 divided by 2 is still 12, which far beats an 8. So as you get closer, they don't see you. Yeah, they don't. The things on board, and you kind of creak by in the low water as you watch them just repeat, repeat, repeat. And as you look, loop near the front of the vessel, as if maybe you might circle it, or you're just checking it out, there is across the front of the ship a dense layer of red paint or old blood. You're not sure, as if it is dripping from a maw that doesn't exist.
This looks mighty suspicious to me.
Agreed. I don't like this.
Should we board?
Palu's smiling at Tide.
You want a board, don't you?
Of course I want to. Doesn't that look like blood?
I rub my temples and I go, all right, let's board, but be careful. Don't touch anything. We don't know if this is cursed or not.
Do we have like
Rope or something I can like throw up on the side?
Yeah, how about this? When you come around, you realize there's no ropes that drop off the edge. There doesn't seem to be a way in, which is kind of strange. Ships aren't built that way. Even the railing doesn't have a gap to, like, let you on board. So, I'll say in your basic adventuring kit or whatever you've got.
Oh, wait. I forgot. Okay, so before she does that, I grab her shoulder and I go, wait. I forgot I have the spell. Hello. I would like to use detect magic.
Okay. This ship lights up. The whole thing, it seems to be not just magical, but a magical creature. And as it lights up, you can almost see X-ray through the ship. And you realize that there is no internal rigging. There's no cargo in the belly. It seems to be a creature, a monster. The blood now matches a triple set of maw teeth like a shark on the inside. Its belly is currently digesting pieces of vessels and ships, the bones of humans. It is a creature, not a ship at all.
I grip Palu's shoulder, like, tighter as I'm staring at this ship that we're, like, parked near. And my arm starts shaking a little bit. So Palu can definitely feel that, like, I'm shaking.
I'd look down at Tide.
What is it?
It's a giant monster. It's not a ship. It's mimicking a ship. And I'm looking at the whole entire hull.
Well, then we should probably kill it.
How? This thing has rows and rows of teeth.
And I can't see any of this. Like, I'm just going based off what Tide's explaining.
Yeah, exactly. She's
I'm
kind
like,
of looking
yeah.
at the X-ray. You can't see the X-ray. It just looks like a ship to you with a little
I'm
blood
trying
on
to,
the
like,
front.
I'm gonna try to, like, point out, like, where, like, the mouth is and, like, what I can see, like, and try to, like, direct, like, of course, you know, I know that she can't see anything, so I'm just trying to,
You
like,
know what? We're gonna
like-
make this more interesting. Yeah,
oh
you're,
my
like,
gosh.
pointing it out. You're trying to draw, like, the Joker smile across where it's currently, like, closed. The ship doesn't have any eyes necessarily that you can see, but because we did get a salty bar, the ship is sleeping and it yawns. And Palu, you're kind of parked near the front end of the ship. Tide is standing there kind of looking at it, and the whole thing's mouth, you hear, like, boards creak as if they would break, but they don't. And you see a fleshy, like I said, maw of a creature staring back at you. It's got multiple rows of teeth, and it opens up, and as it kind of clamps back down, all the water rocks. I'm going to have both of you make an athletics check to stay in the boat. It hasn't seen you.
You said
Actually,
athletics?
16.
Okay, good. Okay, an 11.
Oh
You
god.
needed to beat a 10. Tide, you barely hang on. Maybe it's because you were standing to get like a better view or something of it in, but you barely hang on as the whole boat just like rocks from the waves of it like closing its mouth. Camera cut to Gold and Pasha and Ufu and Sarah standing on the deck of the ship. Everything seems quiet. For whatever reason, Tide and Palu have kind of parked near the front end. They have gone very quietly and don't seem to be noticed. And then all of a sudden, this vessel has a mouth and it opens up and it yawns and collapses back down, and you see Tide and Palu hang on at a distance.
Oh my god. What? Is it how do we help them? It's going to eat them.
Well, it could have eaten them already if it wanted to.
I don't know what to do. Can we,
Well, we could sail away.
yeah,
You
but
know.
then they would probably die. I don't think, I mean, it would be really hard to resurrect them if we leave. That's no fun. So maybe, I don't know what to do. What do we do?
Watch?
Okay, that sounds like a good plan. We'll just watch.
Camera
And hopefully they'll come back.
Camera cuts to Tide and Palu, who the boat has finally settled. I'm gonna give you both a chance to do something.
I'm looking at it just awe-inspired as I see its mouth open and like you said there's blood in the teeth, right? Like dripping
yeah,
blood.
pointed-
Dripping. There's like planks of wood from other ships that it's consumed. Everything. It looks like it just eats vessels.
You see like a bloodlust in my eyes, but I also am cautiously watching the size of this thing, and Halu is very staunch on if I gotta have a fair fight, and it's gotta be something that attacks me first and things like that. So I'm watching this ship, and I turn to Tide.
I look terrified.
You can move water, right?
Yes.
Why don't you make a bowl of water and move it over there?
And I point to another part of the island, like off the shore.
You want me to literally move this ship or this creature carefully to another area.
Yes. Or
And I take my great axe out and I just kind of hold it up.
I could just start like hacking at it and we, fight it.
I cannot move that much water.
But isn't that what you do? You can move water. You can manipulate it.
A druid's craft is, it only goes so far. I can, make bubbles and whatnot and shape small amounts of water, but I can't move a giant ship
Okay, then
creature.
can you make a distraction out of water over there that it would draw it to?
I could maybe call lightning in a spot, but I don't think it would spook it. I think it would just wake it.
You can try to stealth away.
Yeah, I think at this point, I would start rowing the boat, at least to give us a little bit of distance towards our boat, like in between.
Okay. I'm gonna have you both roll a stealth again. We'll take the average against its perception, which gets a +5.
God. On you, Tide. Oh!
Okay. It is not tied, but one piece of wood creaks the wrong way as you row Palu. I'm going to say you did get some distance on it, but there's just that that sound of a fresh ship, which is what this carnivorous vessel consumes for sustenance. And it is if the entire ship, these shadowy figures, these drones on top, all stop. And they stand up straight, and all of their heads snap your direction. And they point. Their eyes don't blink, they simply point at you. And the carnivorous ship mouth opens up, and it lets out a squelch of hunger as it begins to turn port side, headed directly for the both of you. Actually, better yet, it's not headed for you. They point, and then they see the big ship. And all the guys on board. Now, Pasha and Gold, you see this. They're kind of coming back, and then all of a sudden there's a sound that rings out. It echoes through the canyon, or these like coves between here. It cracks, and the thing wakes up. And all of the figures on board point at them, and then turn and point at all of you. And the ship turns, headed directly for your ship.
I think we have to do something now, Gold. Here's a trinket.
So
Can
I,
yeah,
really-
go you first.
I have something called Reaver's Journey. Additionally, if you don't undertake any other activity while traveling on a rowed vessel, you can drive the rowers to push beyond their ordinary limits. So
Okay.
can I row like a mad woman back to our boat?
Okay. Yes. Tide, you seem like you want to do something. And then we'll hop.
Can I cast fog cloud?
Okay. Immediately, the first thing you do is cast fog cloud. Yeah, so it engulfs you. Cast it on the boat, so it engulfs you, or you cast it on the ship.
Well, no, I cast it on the ship. I don't want the ship or the specter things to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to kind of block its sight, so I want to cast it there.
Oh, I love this. Okay. Yeah, a fog cloud like immediately rains over. Paula, you begin rowing with ultimate speed. You can make an athletics check with advantage.
Hey.
That seems right.
Oh.
24. Like you have never rowed. Screw stealth. Like you've
Yeah.
never rowed in your life. The boat is basically skipping like a rock across the top of the waves as this thing is barreling for the Crimson Tide. We will cut. Gold and Pasha, you will also get a free action before we go into initiative.
Oh God.
Okay, it's time to go now.
Yeah, but we have to wait for Palu and Tide.
Oh, we can go now.
No, we need them.
Pulling
Here's
ropes.
another
I don't
trinket.
know what they do.
We need them. We can't fight this thing by ourselves, and we can't captain the ship.
Sarah,
Yes. What?
betrayal. Button
We
betrayer.
don't trust her.
What? She can, gonna get Ian
No,
She goes,
here-
just
here's-
spin it round and shoot a cannon at it, and she kind of knocks
Shoot a cannon.
Okay. Let's do that. We'll shoot cannons.
And she knocks the wheel, and the wind kind of catches the sails as they spin round, and the ship kind of creaks as it comes port side to try to line up for a shot. As this vessel is heading maw agape, ready to take like a sandwich-sized bite out of the side of your
Pasha's
ship.
gonna like waddle towards the cannon and like try to get it working and try to use it.
Paulu, Tide, you make it back to your ship in record time. This thing is hot on your trail. I'm gonna have everybody roll for initiative, but I'm gonna say that Paulu and Tide basically are on board. You're climbing up, right?
Okay.
So everybody roll for initiative.
Oh gosh.
Oh God.
Back to my page. There it is.
Okay, well, it rolled really crap.
A 14.
How? I say, okay. Initiative. So Paulu got 1, 2 total. Tide 16, 12, 5, and 14. So first up is actually going to be Tide. Tide, your feet hit the deck of the ship.
I'm looking.
You're fine, take your time. Quick drop our initiative order for everybody.
It doesn't have eyes.
It doesn't. It seems that whatever is on board is like what's seeing for it, or in some way, shape,
Yeah.
or form. It might also be sensitive to smell of some kind, or like hear the creaking of wood. You're not exactly sure. You're welcome to roll for that, though.
Roll for perception to see.
Roll a nature check to see if you know what
Oh,
this
nature.
creature is.
Okay.
And you're of the water, so you're welcome to actually roll with advantage for that as well. Hey. You have heard tale that out there somewhere there is something known as a carnivorous ship. What you're seeing is really like a secondary changed form. Its actual form is an amalgamation of flesh and steel and cannonballs and bone and wood. It is like a fleshy monster that lives at the bottom of the ocean. It breathes air, it breathes water, and it basically sets a mimic type trap to lure in vessels. It's not really a meat eater, it's a ship eater.
Okay.
But it is fleshy. So there's nothing keeping you from actually attacking it. Or trying to outrun it. That could also be an option, but it seems to be moving very quickly.
I'm going to... I don't really have like anything like good, so I'm probably going to look at Palu and I'm going to reiterate to her, it's flesh and bone.
So we can kill it.
I hope so. And I'm going to touch her arm and I'm going to give her Ancestor Strength.
Oh, what does Ancestor Strength do?
Choose a willing creature you can see and touch. Its muscles bulge and become invigorated. For the duration, the target is considered one size category larger for determining its carrying capacity.
Okay.
The maximum weight it can lift, push, or pull, and its ability to break objects. It also has advantage on strength checks. So I just made Paul even bigger.
Paulu,
Yes.
you grow in size. You basically submerge what's left of this ship, and your ship kind of tips with your... It doesn't really change your weight, but your size, like, grows. You go from a Goliath to, I guess what would be considered a large or gargantuan-sized creature, because you have to go up a size.
Okay.
You are at a size now where you can make an advantage strength check to grapple this vessel.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay.
I'm just letting you know so that you can make decisions on your turn.
Okay.
I like look at Palu and I'm like, oh god, what have I
Whoop,
done?
whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, you just like you got real big. That was a great use of that spell time. Gold, it is your turn.
Okay. And I'm like, we're throwing cannons at it, so I'm gonna do flaming sphere at it, please.
Yes.
I'll pop that in. I think I
5
should
foot
just-
dynamic appears in an unoccupied space within 60 feet. I'd say it is real close. Okay. The
Okay,
creature takes
I know.
2d fire damage on a failed save. So it's going to make a dexterity save. It's a ship. I can't imagine it's going to do well. It rolled a 1.
I'm just gonna cast that.
So go ahead and roll. So it is 9 fire damage. And you can see the deck begins to burn. The shadowy creatures like dissipate outwards, almost in like smoke to some degree. Oh no, wait, there's fog on board there. It's kind of blocking. You see the fireball like kind of light up the smoke in the foggy area, and the creature kind of squelches a little bit. Its mouth reaches towards the sky in pain as you set it afire. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it failed. The
That's pretty
spear
good.
ignites, flaming objects. Ooh. Call high or low. I'm gonna let you call it
High.
gold. Low. It is in your favor. There is gunpowder on board, in its belly. And when it gets to its turn, it will deal with the consequences of a fire on board a ship. Pasha.
Pasha, you can see her like looking at Palu, looking at Tide, looking at Gold, looking at the mimic ship, and then all of a sudden her skin and her shell and everything just gets dark around her. And I'll cast Bane on the ship.
Okay, what does Bane do? Y'all this poor ship.
It's up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails the saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends,
my
the target must
God.
roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna make a charisma save. I don't get any. Nope. Okay, it rolled a 16. It did beat it. Whenever a target fails a saving throw, right.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens when you cast a spell. Okay, great. So I just want to make sure it didn't have a lasting effect. You cast it on it. It rears back once again, splashing water. You can feel your vessel kind of give and take. Wow, that is a charismatic ship. But Bane is so good. That's a great spell. Do you want to move? Or you want to set yourself up in another way for success? Yeah, because you can still take a movement action.
I think I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Yeah, you can't like reach out and cast it. It's very close. It is the ship's turn. As it draws near, you see it. It kind of rears back, and it doesn't like that. It actually stops, and as it splashes back into the water, trying to reform itself, you see its maw like draw in. If it could and did have nostrils, it might be looking to like spit something at you. It kind of rears back. Tide, if you still have your detect magic on, which I think lasts for a while, you can see that it whatever is in its belly, the mixture of amalgamation of like steel and wood and cannonballs and people, draws back and gets loaded through its body and spat out at all of you. So it spits cannonball-like lumps of indigestible metal up to 3 points. So it is going to just shoot at the ship. Everybody on the ship is going to make a dexterity saving throw. I need an 18. Holy crap, Tide. It's because you saw it coming. Okay, everybody is gonna take, Tide, you take half the damage. Everybody else will take the full damage. 21, so 21 rounded down is 10. Everybody else takes 21 points of damage as the ship splinters. Yeah. Exactly, there's like a moment of panic. Paulu, it is your turn.
How far is the ship? Like, is it on us now? Or not quite?
It will be on you next round.
Okay, so for the time being, I've kind of hulked out a bit.
You were very hulked out.
But it's still not close enough that I could attempt to...
You could jump it.
I'm going to get ready to jump it.
Okay.
But before I do that, because it's not quite as close as it could be, I would like to use my Storm Soul, which the target must make a dexterity saving throw. The target takes a 1d6 damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Failed.
So the damage increases when you reach a certain level. So I can roll just a one. Can I only do a 1d6 because we're level 6? Yeah.
Unless you cast it at a higher level, maybe? I'm not reading it, so I'm not sure.
No, I'm just going to be able to do a 1d6, but the way that I picture this is my eyes turn like white and you see like lightning flashes at it, and this storm cloud forms over this.
Oh, nice.
This ship, and I try to do a little damage before I get to the edge of the ship so that when it gets close, I can superhero jump over to it.
Nice. Okay, you do 4 points of damage. Again, it stops, it halts as you basically prepare to make a jump. You're wanting to do it when it's closer? Or you're like hold action for something it's doing?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to pounce on this ship.
Great. Awesome. Yeah, you kind of prep yourself to make the jump. We do loop around back to the top of the initiative order. Tide. Actually, Sarah's turn. She's manning cannons. She's gonna make an attack. This is for the ship. It's funny, I don't actually have stats for the ship, so she's just gonna roll a d20 and add 5, because that's what the Carnivorous Ship is adding, so that's a 13, which doesn't hit its natural armor. So it will, the cannonballs basically hit fleshy side and plunk into the water. Sarah goes, that could be a problem. Now it's Tide's turn.
I think there are lots of problems.
I can't do anything because Ancestor Strength is concentration. I can't.
Oh, you can't yet. Okay, you're concentrating. You can maintain the
Yeah,
concentration. You can still move.
I'm going to try to. I'm going to ask, or I'm gonna. I see Palu crouching and preparing, and I think I'm pretty on I'm on the same wavelength as her, and I'm going to ask her, how should we move the ship or do something with the ship?
When I see the course that it's coming at us, is it like coming directly to our side and gonna crash into us kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna
Okay.
take a big bite out of the side, like
Okay.
the hot dog the wrong way.
Okay.
Churn the ship.
Okay. And chat is right. You can cast non-concentration spells while you concentrate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if you see something, yeah. So Palu,
me
Sarah is
see.
at the. Actually, Ufu's at the wheel, because Ufu's not doing anything. So Ufu takes your command. We'll say on his turn in the midst of this, and pulls hard, at the wheel to begin spinning it. It will take a turn, but we'll yeah, we'll roll for that in a second. See if it misses. I'm gonna basically make it at a disadvantage for it to make its attack. Do you
I
see
can't
anything
'cause
else?
I can't because all my spells are concentration.
Yeah, okay. Druids. Okay, so
Oh,
you,
druids.
but you concentrate, you're keeping your friend like
Yeah,
extra
so I'm
large.
gonna focus. I'm going to. So when she says turn the ship, I'm going to try to remember how to turn a ship, and it's not. And I know that Tide probably was only half paying attention, so she's probably doing it very slowly.
Okay. Okay, you concentrate.
And she's yeah.
You hold true. It's not here yet. Gold.
I'm gonna pull the piece of metal that's in my abdomen out, and put it in my pocket because that's mine for later. And I'm gonna try and cast Cure Wounds on myself
Smart.
because I really need that right now.
Yep.
So I'll just cast that. Yep, and I should get a 4 on. Oh yeah, it did it automatically. So 10.
I'm gonna pull a character sheet for Ufu. Okay, 10 healing for yourself. Probably
thank
feels
goodness for
very,
that.
very good.
And I'm just. I can't go near my crow's nest because I put a trap on it. But
That's right.
I'm gonna go near the box and kind of go behind the box, so I've got a little bit of cover
Okay.
to have done the cure wounds.
Okay.
Please and thank. Ow. Look, this is not fine. Already died one time. It's pretty. I don't like it.
I can probably resurrect you again. Oh,
Probably is the
by
issue.
myself.
Probably is the problem.
Yeah, I'm not 100%. I might. Oh.
That
Ugh.
does make it Pasha your turn.
Yeah, I am also gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
But it's like a quick heal. Okay.
At level 2, I guess.
Yeah, if that's nice. 4 healing, 6 healing, so 10 total. Same thing.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try to cast Bane next time. Ugh. Jeez, Palu, you got to do something.
Yeah, hurry up, Palu.
It is the ship's turn. It does get close. Your hold action is activated if you would like.
Should we use it? I think we should use it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your hold action, do it.
You're
Alright.
gonna
Let's go.
jump. Are you grappling it? Are you attacking it?
I was going to
You get
ask you.
advantage on strength throws,
strength.
too.
So if
So-
you grapple it, you gain advantage on it.
Since Great Axe is through strength, do I get an advantage on those?
No, I don't think you get advantage on the attack itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
it says you have advantage on strength checks.
I will now attempt to grapple the ship. I'll like start running and launching myself off of the boat and just arms spread wide and like jumping onto this carnivorous ship.
It is the ship's turn. It is on fire. At one portion, you don't have to land on the fire. So
Okay.
there is fire damage that needs to be rolled for whoever's holding that. 14. It failed it, so you just need to roll the damage, right? For what was that? For 2d4? What was it? 1d4. 1d6. I can't remember. I gotta scroll back and find it. Flaming sphere.
Sorry, yeah, I was
two
trying to find it.
2d6 fire damage. So roll another round of 2d6 because it can't move. It failed. It is just ship. Takes another points. It's on fire, Paulu, as you are gonna grapple. Roll a strength check with advantage. Okay, at a 16, it has to save. Wrong. It fails. It fails. And you grapple either side of the ship, arm in arm, and what do you do when you have the ship in your grasp?
I'm squeezing the front of the ship where its jaw is so that it can't open up its mouth to bite our ship.
Yeah, it can't get free. You're basically wrestling this carnivorous ship. This is very cool.
And then everyone on the ship, like on our ship, just hears, I'm having like way too much fun.
And it's like splashing. The drones have disappeared. They're not even there anymore. The top of the ship is on fire from this flaming sphere. I would think the fog by now is probably dissipated just with the wrestling and the falling Goliath on board. Yeah, you can't do any damage yet.
Nope.
But it is the ship's turn. It wants to bite, but cannot bite. So it is going to, probably out of reaction, like when you like grab it and on its turn, it's gonna spit more cannonballs, but it's gonna do it like up and into the air because it was trying to aim them. The cannonball like fleshy bits are stuck to the outside of your ship, but it will roll with disadvantage for this attack, damn it. And it fails. And fleshy cannonballs just like spit into the air and they're plunking all around the sides of the Crimson Tide. That would be its turn. It cannot move in a straight line because it's being wrestled.
Go, Palu.
Yes, Palu.
I'm glad somebody's having fun.
Just hear that. And then, like,
I'm getting slightly terrified of Palu.
Actually, Paulu, that was your whole turn. It is your turn again.
oh,
Because you held
okay.
it all the way through the turn action, so it is your turn again.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm grappling, but I can still use my weapon, right?
I don't know if you can attack and a grapple or not. I mean, I'm really cool, so I'd say yes.
Can I grapple with one arm and then grab my great axe with the other?
Do you have the grappler advantage? Hang on. Wait.
No.
Let's just read the condition. Let's see what it says, because why not? It can't move. The condition ends if it's incapacitated. Grappling. Nope. Okay. Well, it doesn't stay, and I like that. You're also giant. You're giant. And you have this boat in a headlock, basically. So why not? Stab it.
Okay. And just, I mean, I don't want to get too greedy. I do have extra attack. Can I do extra attack? Okay.
Just beat the shit.
I get my great axe out and I'm just like, I have one arm wrapped, kind of holding its jaw closed, and I'm going to start hacking at the head of this shark ship.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, it's a critical success. So the first one definitely hits with it'll be double damage. So 8 makes it 11. The second one does not hit. You all watch as Paulu pummels this thing in the face. Teeth fall out and plunk into the water.
Again, you hear laughing.
we just leave Paolo to it? Because
No, we need to move the ship so it doesn't, try
Eat
to
us?
bite us.
Yeah, that would suck.
Ufu, literally one job, Ufu.
Oh yeah, it is Ufu's turn. The ship turns. No, you're totally right. The ship turns. And Captain Sarah like drops like make sure the anchor's up and like drops one of the riggings, and the black sails drop and come down and begin moving you in a direction away from this thing.
Bye, Paolo.
Paolo is not on board. We will see how that turns out. It loops back around. Sarah is going to try another cannonball set. Why not? With a 12, she misses again. Paulu, cannonball goes straight past your ear.
Careful, Sarah! Don't hit Paolo!
Oops. I'm sorry! She yells as she like loads another
better
cannonball.
be.
She's working very hard down there. And we do loop back around to the top of initiative. Tide.
Do I have a safe enough angle of the ship to fire an Eldritch Blast?
Mhm.
Okay. I will fire a Eldritch Blast. Let's see here. I don't remember how to make a ranged spell.
Range spell attack will use, it'll usually say, like at the top of your character sheet, what's your spell. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
That's it. Oh, you Eldritch Blast it with beer, because it's Eldritch Blast. Oh my god. Please tell me what it looks like as you successfully hit this thing with Eldritch Blast. It's amazing.
I actually forgot that it was. Oh, I'm gonna say.
Ice cold ale.
I'm gonna say. I only save this for parties. I've got to just like hold my hands out, and you're just gonna see this like stream of like water from like the ocean like fall up into a ball, and then it starts changing color. And it's like, wait a second, and then it starts getting all bubbly, and then I just shoot it out at it.
Well, it can be poisoned. You're about to make this ship drunk is what's about to happen. A string of ice cold ale blast from your outstretched hands toward a creature. Make a range. On a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage and must succeed on a constitution saving throw. It
Gonna
might be
get
able to do
Larry.
that. A 10, it fails! This ship is drunk!
Go home, ship, you're drunk.
You blast this thing in the face. Paulu is holding its head back. It just fails at its keg stand base. It's just drowning in ale that's shooting from the front of your ship. It is now poisoned until the end of its next turn. It has a disadvantage on saving throws, and if it has drunk any ale, it has disadvantage on being trying to break the scrapple and all of the above, because it's now drunk. Gold.
And I'm going to continue to try and I'm gonna like fix my cloak and stuff, and I'm gonna sign, look at him, and I'm like, all right, we need to move the ship.
Gold, you're correct. It is drunk, on fire, and in a headlock.
Not having a great day. I was looking at Melf's acid arrow.
Oh.
And I was gonna try aim it because I don't really want to throw more fire when Palu's grappling it.
Ty, did you roll the damage, the 1d8? It did take cold damage. Please continue, Tashnar. I'm so sorry. I want to make sure that damage
it's fine. So I'm gonna do that, I think.
Okay.
So I'll pop that in the chat so you can see. And on a hit, it takes 4d4 acid damage and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its
So
next
you
turn.
also make a ranged spell attack, which will be 5 plus whatever your magic modifier is. Your magic
should be a 4.
A 4. So a
if
9 does
Oh
not
no, the
hit.
5 was from me.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's the damage.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, that was damage from me.
I was
great.
like,
I did roll that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead
that
and
roll
roll
for me.
your
Okay.
D20. You're right, it does say
Just
tied right there on the
D20?
screen. D20 plus whatever your magic spell modifier is. It may also be acid arrow, may be in your weapons. I'm not sure.
yeah, it should be. I could just.
I was
click
about to,
it.
you might be able to click it. It'll do it
There.
all the math for us.
Oh,
Hey,
plus
hit!
7 plus-
It hits. Roll the damage.
Yeah.
14. Okay, so 19 total between the two of you. You're like drowning it in ale. It can only breathe air and water, not beer or ale. An acid arrow burst along the side of it. Who is holding the concentration on the sphere? Did that drop?
It is. It's Mel's acid was instantaneous, and then
Perfect,
the
not a
sphere
concentration.
is concentration. So
Great.
I've
Fantastic. Y'all are just like lobbing things at this ship. That, Pasha, it is your turn.
I'm gonna Pasha's like super dark mode now, and I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead,
Ooh.
which I'm not sure how to actually cast it, but you point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a dollar's bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 necrotic damage. If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12 necrotic damage. The
Does
spell's
it-
damage increases.
16?
Actually, it's 2d10 or 2d12.
I rolled a 16. Let's see. I need a 14, so it beat it. Do you take half as much in the sound? A 16 on wisdom save or take 1d8. If the target missing it takes a d12. Did you cast it? Okay. Yeah, it beat it, surprisingly enough, at a 16. Wait, no, that's a wisdom saving throw. It takes disadvantage because it's drunk.
it's so drunk.
Fail! It is a drunk ship. And it has taken damage, so it does the d12, not the d8.
Okay, so I think I have to, just roll 2d12, right?
Correct. Wow, 15. So y'all are taking chunks out of the ship. You can see fleshy bits that look like wood begin to like plunk into the water. They're not at all like made of wood. Palu, you can feel the rocking of magic as it hits the side of this creature that you're in literal grapple with. It is the ship's turn. It's gonna try to break free of this grapple, but it will be doing it at disadvantage. It did roll a 14. Palu, you're gonna make a strength check at an advantage.
Okay.
No.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It tries. Palu, you hang on to it for dear life with a single hand. It can't do anything. It can't bite. It can't eat you. This is, well, quite amazing. Sarah is gonna make another attack with cannonballs. Fail. More cannonballs go flying past your head, Palu. Not a single one has hit the ship yet. This is ridiculous for Sarah. Ufu has an idea. And you see Ufu like swing from some rigging, this little hedgehog, as he like adjusts the sails to catch the wind and begins driving what's left of the Crimson Tide towards the shore. Palu, it is your turn.
Still in my manic fight for my life that I'm having so much joy with, I'm going to still just like have the choke hold on the ship and use my great axe to just keep swinging at it.
Okay, fire damage, so roll 2d6 gold, and go ahead, Palu, and make the attack roll with advantage because it's grappled.
One at least hit, I think.
It sure did. The 27 hit really hard. More slashing damage. You cut into its fleshy like face of the ship, maybe knocking some teeth out. And we'll add the 2d6 fire damage to it. As more ship is like, ah! I just woke up. I didn't even have my coffee. It burns. Paula, you can begin to feel the heat as what is wood or what is like stuck in the fleshy bits does light on fire. You can now smell burning flesh. And it looks like your ship is getting closer. Oh yeah, and the acid damage.
It's another 6. Sorry.
So 12 is 20. Another 22 points of damage between the two of you. On Paulu's turn, smashing it in the face. It is real damaged. It seems that it's bleeding now out and into the water. You can actually see like liquid metals and things that it was like digesting beginning to seep out to the top of the water in this area, which could be dangerous. It is the sea after all. Tide. You see Ufu seems to be driving you towards the shore.
Okay. I'm gonna do another Eldritch Blast.
Yes, do it. It's so super drunk. It's saving your friends right now by keeping it drunk. Oh, that hits. It has to make what kind of save? A con save? Con save. Dang. It's gonna have to. It's a save, so it's already drunk. It makes it at a disadvantage. Oh, double 20. We're gonna take the 10 because I rolled twice. Fail. Another 8 cold damage. You can see fire on top. Freaking being blasted in the face with cold ale has left like its teeth with icicles. It's like a elemental mess up and in there. But it is still taking disadvantage this round on all of its saves against all of your magic. Very smart of you, Gold.
That worked really well, but I can't do any more of that. But you know what I do have? I'm gonna do Ray of Sickness because apparently that worked well. So, and
Make a ranged spell attack against on the hit. Takes 2d8 poison damage. On the fail save, it's poisoned. God, it's so drunk. Okay, well, it's gonna make
can it be
this...
double poisoned? I mean, it has most. Oh no, because it's taking acid damage. So it'd be acid, poison, and fire.
Is the acid concentration? Does it take it every round?
The acid, it was just instantaneous.
Right.
And then it's
casting time, a creature within range. Okay. Oh, you're right. It is a duration of just so it would. I don't know if it'll take acid this round. It took it last round. But it definitely will take the sickness, which is the poison damage. It needs to beat a 15 on its disadvantage Constitution save. Fail. It failed. So 2d8 poison damage now.
Okay.
And it failed, so it's poisoned until the end of your next turn. So it will take this poison again until the end of your next turn. So another 8. It upchucks from the poison and the booze. It begins kind of like regurgitating pieces of boat, skeletons, treasure. You see like a chest come up, whatever cargo might have been on the last vessel it ate. Should I feel bad for the ship now? Well, basically, you just made it do a keg stand and then poked it in the belly. Pasha.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead again.
Okay.
One more time. Because that worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Wisdom save at disadvantage. A 2.
So it's another
D12. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well.
Another 12 points of damage. It's beginning to, Paulu, you can feel it's not as strong in its fighting. It doesn't have, as much to give. And you're not sure anymore if you're covered in its blood and bile or if you're covered in water. It's like a hot mess up and in its space at the moment. But it seems to be taking on water as if it is sinking. Y'all. It is the ship's turn. The ship is once again going to try to break free. You need to beat a 14, Paulu, with your advantage to hold it.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a problem. You hold it. But you begin to feel, you've been like holding its neck. It does breathe air, and you have been cutting off its oxygen supply. And it's been bleeding out into the water all around you, and it starts to go limp, as if it will pass out or stop struggling. It has that moment of like, it's trying to struggle, but it's really just like, In fact, that's what happens. The ship's tongue like as it goes limp in your gigantic grapple.
Is it dead or is it just limp?
It is not dead, but it is bleeding out all over the place.
I would kill it.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead. We have poison damage. So 2d8 and the fire damage, which is 2d6. And then Paulu, I'm gonna. How would you kill it in its passed out state?
Well, I would have been hacking it with my great axe, but now it's passed out. You know, the fun's not there as much. So I'd take my javelin and stick it straight down through what I would think would be its brain.
Make the last strength check with advantage to do this.
Okay.
It's really just an attack roll, but yeah. You pierce it through what you believe to maybe be the brain or the neurological system of this creature. Everything comes with consequences, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot get the javelin out, for its body literally begins to consume it. But it goes limp, and it dies in your arms. As you release it, it begins to sink to the bottom and shift from its boat-like state to this fleshy glob of leftover ship. Paulu, your vessel is fast on track to pass you.
I have Sea Soul, which means I have lightning damage, I can breathe underwater, and I gain a swimming speed of 30 feet. So I'll just start swimming to the boat.
And you're already giant, so your swimming speed is, you've upped a size, so it's double. So you're swimming at basically, so a dash will be 120, so you're swimming at 60 feet, like every couple seconds. Just like, and Paolo, you're able to latch onto the side as Ufu begins to pull and Sarah begin to pull the ship, into beach. There's a giant stain in the water from where you have slain this creature, all of you, with your bare hands, basically. As it got drunk and then, died. It meets the bottom of the sea. Somewhere another much larger, much more evil creature will consume it, and the circle of life continues. But you feel your boat press onto wet sand on this tiny little alcove beach where there is nothing, not a soul in sight. And all of you can look up and see the ancient ruins of the location that the map has pointed you to. The pearl lies somewhere here on this island, but because we are over time, we will have to figure that out next week.
The boat.
Yay!
Wow, what a fight! What a fight!
Wow. Yeah,
The
we were
panic
all
on
so
everybody.
scared.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was scared. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no! And
We're
then all
all
of a
gonna
sudden,
die.
yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh no, we're not gonna
Especially
get a ship.
Yeah, when the
boat.
first attack like halved our health or more.
Yeah, and everyone was like, whoa! Yeah, I was not expecting that. That being said, if y'all liked the Carnivorous Ship, that is part of the Toma Beast 2. That is a Kobold press monster worked up in the minds of all of our great writers. Y'all, there are some really great water monsters in that book, and I'm enjoying going through all of them, one at a time. Let's go around and let the cast tell you where you can find them when they're not here on Wednesday afternoons with us. If you joined us today, if you subscribed, if you donated, first off, thank you to whoever gave us the salty bar, because wowzer. I had considered skipping over that altogether, letting you skirt past it, but I just couldn't.
What was the salt? Was it the boat?
It was the boat.
Oh my gosh!
Amazing.
It was the boat.
Thank you.
It definitely was the boat. But we got to see an epic fight of lots of magic, lots of elements, including necrotic, which I consider it's technically an element, but and Paulu wrestle in a ship with her bare hands. So very cool. Thank you all for making today awesome. And if you joined us because you were part of Warriors of Waterdeep, thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us for the extended run of today's show. We'll be back, same Kobold time, same Kobold channel next week. So you can come collect your gems and hang out with us again. Let's go around. We're going to start with Tash. Tashnar, tell us who you are and where people can find you when you are not here.
Hi, I'm Tashna. You can find me at twitch.tv/Tashna, or the same on YouTube. I do lots of different content. So tomorrow, actually, I'm going to be doing the mini painting and 40,000. It's called 40,000 layers. So Warhammer 40k lore and miniature painting show. And then Saturday, I'm celebrating my birthday. And then Sunday, I'm going to be finishing off Resident Evil 8 for the first time. So I'm kind of all over the place, but lots of variety, and we have a nice time. And I'm jealous of Tessa's cat right now because I had to close the door. It's too cold for mine to come and visit me. So that's it, really. Cats, snacks. I've got this cake that I've been just working through when I took my turn in the combat. And that's me.
That's awesome. Definitely check it out. I'll have to check out the 40k stuff. That sounds cool. I don't watch enough mini painting. It's so therapeutic to watch other people.
I've just done 2 so far in like my life.
Oh.
I'm learning as I paint.
Hey, that's okay. You got
That's the best way.
Right? Yeah.
Hands-on learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before they chat kills, you have to tell us who your cat is first, Tess, and then you can introduce yourself.
I'm sorry, Gingy. She's hangry because her dinner time is 8 p.m. and so usually my better half is here to take care of it, but he went to a baseball game, so she's very angry with me right now. I'm sorry.
Angry kitty.
But she's very sweet. She's very, very sweet. I stream on my channel usually Saturdays, and then I also do Bordercast on the Borderlands channel. And basically anything that I ever do, you can see this little munchkin butt. Oh God, she's
So
dropping
hungry,
things.
Mom. I'm starving.
Yes. She's usually here causing all kinds of shenanigans. That's me.
Drop that link there for Tess's Twitter, so go check that out. Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Peters Plays. I always have fun playing with all of you, and thanks to Kat for making me even more ginormous
So
than I already am. So that was pretty neat. Yeah, you come hang out on my channel, Katie Peters Plays. We do sci-fi and horror and Minecraft now and lots of other fun things. So come hang out with me there. And yeah, on Twitter, I'm Play Katie Play. And I do lots of tabletop stuff. So come hang out with me. It'd be cool to have you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what a awesome moment. Like, I didn't know how it was going to go down when I introduced the ship. I was like, are they going to try to take it? Are they going to pirate this and like get on board and like stab it? I wasn't really sure. Wrestling it into a headlock, that did not cross my mind. So, very cool. Very cool. And no, poor Paulu, nobody was there to witness it.
No, but I'm probably climbing onto the boat with just like you said, bile and blood and water, just like.
Did you guys see that?
And nobody's ever gonna believe you. It's just gonna be another tall
Yeah,
tale.
I'll never get my statue.
It's a fishtail for sure.
Oh man.
One of us is gonna have to write a song about it for Palu, I think.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
most
we need a
definitely.
good bard to sing the great tales of Paulu. So, Kat, speaking of the genius mind behind making Paulu bigger, tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Well, my name is Kat. You guys can find me on Twitter at I'm CatCat or on Twitch, which is just I'm Cat. I've been playing a lot of Warframe recently. It's free to play. It's on Steam. We've been doing that recently. I also do creative. I make emotes and stuff like that. So come hang out with us. Yeah.
Nice. Y'all know me. I'm Di. I'm over here all the time doing this Kobold Press thing. Most importantly, we've got a Kickstarter launching on Monday. Don't miss it. It's going to be awesome because it is Tome of Heroes, which is a book dedicated to more cool and awesome things for building characters in 5e. And who doesn't want more cool and awesome things? You can get signed up right now, so you get the notification when it drops and goes live on Monday. And you can get entered to win a giveaway at the $125 tier, which means you can get cool stuff if you win. So, thank you all so much for being here. If you want to catch up on the rest of Marauders of the Middle Sea, go check out our YouTube. Kobold Press, of course, is where you can find us. And if you want to see us in person, we're going to be hanging around Gen Con. Yeah, we've got a booth. Yeah, we've got a giant cutout of a Swobold. You can come get your picture taken. It's going to be great. I'll be hanging around with my mask, hopefully yours as well. I'd love to see you and chat with you. So come ping by, come see us. And we're going to go raid another channel. Looks like Cypher is live. I believe that they are in the middle of Motherlands right now. So let's go show some love over to Cypher of Tyr for for that show, and we'll see you all next week. Until then, don't do anything a kobold wouldn't do. Actually, I feel like today I have to say don't do anything Palu wouldn't do, but I don't know if y'all are ready to wrestle ships. So until next week, we'll see you all then. Bye, everybody.